Hello guys, how are you? Please don't be afraid from me. I'm here because your friend Sarya brought me to life, in order to make a nice presentation about me. By the way, I'm Albert Einstein. Well, as you know, I'm a handsome man, winking face.
Anyone of you has any information about this previous animation? No volunteers? Oh god, so why are you studying at school then? Okay, no problem. I'll tell you some information about this animation. This animation was for the most famous scientist upon time, who is Albert Einstein. Albert Einstein was born on the 14th of March in 1879 in Germany. Albert and his family moved to Italy to continue his education, and in 1896 he entered the Swiss Federal Polytechnic School in Zurich to be trained as a teacher in physics and mathematics. In 1901, the year he gained his diploma, he acquired Swiss citizenship, and as he was unable to find a teaching post, he accepted a position as technical assistant in the Swiss Patent Office. In 1905, he obtained his doctor's degree. After 4 years of that, he became professor extraordinary at Zurich, and 2 years later, a professor of theoretical physics at Prague. Then, he immigrated to America to take the position of professor of theoretical physics at Princeton in 1933. He always appeared to have a clear view of the problem of physics and the determination to solve them. He had a strategy of his own and was able to visualize the main stages on the way to his goal. It seemed like an idea is hitting up my mind right now. Okay, I got it. This idea reveals to talk about his first start of his scientist work. He first dealt with classical problems of statistical mechanics and problems in which they were merged with the quantum theory of relativity that was stopped from an attempt to reconcile the laws of mechanics with the laws of electromagnetic field. This led to an explanation of the Brownian movement of molecules. Einstein investigated the thermal properties of light with a low radiation density, and his observation laid the foundation of the photon theory of light. In 1920, Einstein embarked on the construction of unified field theories. Its formula was E = mc squared, which stands for energy equal mass times the speed of light squared. Although he continued to work on the probabilistic interpretation of quantum theory, and he contributed to statistical mechanics by his development of this theory of a monoatomic gas. And now, this idea point for what happened after his retirement. I think that no one knows what happened after his retirement since you already don't know him. Okay, after his retirement, he continued to work towards the unification of the basic concepts of physics, taking the opposite approach geometrization to the majority of physicists.
Sorry for interrupting, but I want to give you some examples about my researches, which are, of course, well chronicled, and my more important works includes Special Theory of Relativity, Relativity, English translations, General Theory of Relativity, Investigations on Theory of Brownian Movement, and Evolution of Physics. Perhaps these are my most important researches upon time.
Okay, thank you Mr. Albert for giving us this information, and now let us know how many rewards did you gain in your past life. First of all, Einstein received honorary doctorate degrees in science, medicine, and philosophy from many European and American universities. He was also awarded fellowships or memberships of all the leading scientific academies throughout the world, and gained numerous awards in recognition of his work, including the Complay Medal of the Royal Society of London and the Nobel Prize from his work on the photoelectric effect. And now, Mr. Albert, can you give us an information about your marriage life, please?
Yes, of course. I married Mileva Marik in 1903 and had a daughter and 2 sons, but we divorced in 1919. Also in the same year I married my cousin, Elsa Lowenthal, who died in 1936 after I divorced her too. Although I was a handsome and gentle man, where all girls fell in love with me, but I wasn't a very good husband. Ha 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 ha.
What a funny joke, Mr. Albert. Okay, I laughed, but please, can you stop saying these jokes because they seem that are silly a little bit? Okay, and now I'll tell you some of his quotes.
Can I say them?
No, I want to say them.
No, I want to say them.
No, I have the right to say them because it's my project, so please stop arguing and let me continue.
But, they are my quotes, so I have the right to say them.
Okay, you persuaded me, so go ahead and say these quotes.
Okay, thank you. One of my quotes is, a person who never made a mistake, never tried any way new. Other one is, if you can't explain it simply, you don't understand it well enough.
I'm very impressed. Okay, it's a joke. And now, before we end this session, let us know some fun facts about Mr. Albert Einstein. Please, mister, don't be embarrassed because some of them will shock you. The first one is that Mr. Albert Einstein didn't wear socks in his life. Oh my god, what a weird information, Mr. Albert. The second one is that he was a slow learner at first. Information didn't get fast to his mind. The third one, and after his death on 18th of April in 1955 at age of 76 in Princeton, New Jersey, his brain was stolen by the pathologist on call Thomas Harvey's, where his brain traveled around the United States about 40 years after the scientist's death. Oh my god, how could for a brain traveled after his person? Oh, I can't believe this information.
And now I will end the session instead of Sarya. Thank you, Sarya, since you returned me back to life. It's a nice feeling to come back from death. Thanks a lot. And now I will return to my grave. See you in the second life. Thanks for watching, and goodbye. Mwah.